Welcome to this Windows and Computer channel, and talking of 19H2, the next version of Windows 10, still unannounced. We have gaming performance. A lot of people asking me about gaming performance. Is it better? Is it the same? What's the difference? And this is a very delicate thing because, especially if you have special gaming hardware on your PC or a gaming laptop, there's a lot of things that make gaming more of a problem or not, and including the drivers from the graphics card or the graphics adapter you're using. So that's why keeping up to date with the graphics adapter drivers is a good idea. Often will actually tweak performance depending on the system. Now, one of the things that I've seen is some people say, well, performance isn't that great. Well, first of all, you got to understand that 19H2 isn't released yet. That also means that the drivers that will actually have peak performance for 19H2 haven't been released yet. They're probably still being tested right now. So that's one thing to understand. Now, I have moved to 19H2, and when I look at my own performance, I got a few games. I have a lot of graphic demos that I've been actually looking at the frame rate, how many frames per second. And of course, I had noted the frames per second of these demos when I was on the May 2019 update and moved to the October 2019 update, or version 1909 as it doesn't officially have a name. I have not seen a difference. The performance seems to be the same for me. I have the latest NVIDIA drivers here on the GTX graphics card, and I have not seen any difference. But like I said, a lot of things can happen. Remember also that the games you play might also have some updates. One of the biggest problems with all the comments I get is that probably half of the comments come from people that have pirated games. And pirated games are in a class of their own because they don't get updates. If you get updates, then you can't play anymore. So people will complain, I got a pirated game that I don't want to pay for, and I got crappy performance. Yeah, well, if you had paid for it, you would have updates and you would have a good performance probably because there could be a fix in there. So, it's a delicate thing because too many gamers that I see posting comments are gamers that pirate games. And, you got problems, you're on your own. Pirated games, that's the problem. Pirated games. You don't want to pay for it. Well, when something happens, it's your problem. As for the rest, for those that have, I pay for my games, and basically, they get updates. The games get updates for the core of the game itself. The drivers get updates for your graphics adapter. Plus, of course, the Windows updates themselves. Usually, all that packaged together is good. As for the rest, there's also a lot of gamers that are gamers but don't understand anything about PCs. And then they come back, they say, well, I got crappy performance, but it's because they don't understand, being a gamer on a PC, it's not like a console. You not only got to be a gamer, you got to be kind of a little bit of a tech guy at the same time because you got to understand how to tweak and how to play around those, settings for peak game performance. So that, of course, is something important also. And I have here in my own experience on 19H2, I've seen absolutely no difference. It's not better, it's not worse. It's exactly the same from what I see here in the frame rates of the different games and demos, graphic demos that I see. One little thing that I did notice on 19H2, and that could be fixed. I mean, when it's officially going to be released, there's going to be a big cumulative update with it, probably. Well, one of the things I did notice is that there's the handling of the graphics chips are different in machines where you've got dual graphics adapters. Like here on my Acer Nitro, I've got the core Intel graphics adapter, and I've got a GTX NVIDIA GTX graphic adapter. I've noticed that the interaction and when one or the other actually switch between the graphics adapter has changed slightly in the 19H2, and so sometimes you're on the end, one graphics adapter that wasn't the one you wanted to be on, and so on. I saw it especially with my screen recorder. it now wants to always record on an NVIDIA, of course giving me a blank screen unless I have a second screen plugged in. So that's one of the things that I find a little weird on the way that it's handled. But like I said, once there's a cumulative update that might fix some of the issues, maybe that will fix the things. So my own experience is that the gaming is pretty much the same. Not better, not worse. Pretty much same performance as 1903. If you enjoy our videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching.